Hi everybody, welcome to Cherry Wayne. My name is Mary. Some of you might recognize me but haven't seen me in a really long time, and some of you have never seen me at all. My business page, all my social medias and all that used to be Moonfire Crafted, so if you feel like you might recognize me from somewhere, that's probably where. I haven't posted any videos in a very long time, and my main social media has always been Instagram, and I haven't been active on there as much as well either. It's just been a lot going on in life, but I've, like I said, since changed my business name and kind of my whole gears towards everything. I don't want to say I've shifted, but I'm focusing on a lot of things, trying to build everything back up and just get a more firm foundation with all that stuff. But I thought, since this will be my first video in a really long time, I'll just do a crochet with me video. Now, if you're also not familiar with me, it's raining, so I don't know if you can hear the storm in the background. If you're not familiar with me, I do a little bit of everything. I don't just crochet. I have a lot of other mediums that I like to do, so you'll see a little bit of everything. And I had put a lot of pressure on myself with my last channel to just make it very formal and try to do a podcast and all kinds of things. And to be totally honest with you, my favorite videos I ever watch from people are either specifically tutorials and or just when they just hang out, show what they made, work on stuff they're making, just talking about their day, talking about their projects. I don't really need all the formal things. There's enough formal things in life. So anyways, I'll tell you what I'm working on right now, and I also have a couple things I'll show you, just so you can get familiar with me and or reacquainted with me, depending on which one it is. So right now, I'm designing a market bag pattern, and I decided to use this brand is Knit and Crochet. It's a premium yarn. I got it at Joann's. I don't know where else you can get it. I don't know if it's Joann's exclusive or not. It's made in Turkey, 100% cotton, distributed in Ohio. The color I'm using right now is called Golden Coast. I will say, just from learning by looking at things, some yarns you have got to get the same exact lot number, otherwise your colors will be very different. Some yarns you never have to worry about that. This cotton yarn is 100% one of those things. I made another project with this yarn a couple weeks ago. I love this. There's certain cotton yarns I don't care to use because they just feel rough. They don't glide easily when I'm trying to work with them, but this feels really nice. It's considered a premium cotton of some sort, but the dye lot does matter because I forget the name of the other color I was trying to use, but it's a darker brown color. There was 3 different lot numbers in the basket at Joann's, and they were 3 completely different shades of brown. I didn't look and check on this Golden Coast one. It seems like they match and anything, but just if you have to order this online. And I'll show you the market bag that I'm working on. Now I knew what style I wanted, so this is going to be the bottom. And then this is the beginnings of it. I knew that I really liked the bottom because whenever I make my market bags or tote bags that are specifically crochet, I like the bottom to be a little bit more solid and less large holes in it. Obviously with crochet you'll have some sort of holes in general, but I felt like just for a market bag itself, these holes were not too big. It is a DK weight yarn. I'm using a 4mm hook, so the stitches and everything are a little bit smaller. The pattern that I'm designing, I'm gonna make it available in a DK weight and a worsted weight, and then you can obviously make it larger or smaller either by changing the row count or the weight of yarn. I, for some reason with my market bags, really like to use DK weight, even though it's a little bit harder to find. I just really like how it works up, but I know that worsted weight yarn is easier to come across, so I did find some also at Joann's in a worsted weight, and whenever I reveal the pattern I'll talk more about all of that, but yeah, so I'm just like 4 or 5 rounds into the body of the pattern, I guess you could say. I said I was gonna crochet while I was talking to you, but I have so many things to tell you and so many things I can show you just for right now. Like I said, I don't just crochet, so right here next to me I made myself this recently, like very recently. It's a quilted bag. I fell in love with this orange fabric, so when I get it done I'll show you, but I'm working on a quilt for my bed actually that has this and this darker brown color, and it'll match my sheets that I have on my bed. My sheets are like this dark orange color. And anyway, so I was just using some of the scraps and I made this quilt block. I did some machine embroidery on it. I do not have an embroidery machine, I just have a regular sewing machine that has, I think, like 20 embroidery stitches in it. And then it's backwards for you, but it says grateful, so I just did some hand embroidery for that. The inside doesn't match at all because I was just using scraps, but it just has some peas. And yeah, I really love this tote size, so I wrote the measurements and everything down. I've made a couple that don't have a zipper. They have handles up at the top like a traditional tote, but because this had a zipper, for some reason I just thought to put the handle over here so you can go like this with it. I use it as a lunchbox right now for my other job, but it would make a great project bag as well. In fact, I might use it for the project I was just telling you about. So I have that. Occasionally I make jewelry and wire wrapped pieces and stuff, so the closest thing I have by me is this cherry pendant that I made. It's a mixture of copper wire and some glass beads that I have. I also made this recently. This is available if anyone's interested in it. So I quilted this like half flower and added an orange zipper. I have all my embroidery floss in here, but the inside has lemon fabric. This does not have a strap with it, but it does have a little tab here so you can hook something to it. But yeah, that's just a fun little bag that I made. I'm working on publishing a hat pattern as well. I have a lot of patterns I'm trying to get published in the next few months. I've been sitting on some of them for like 2 years and I just need to get it over with already. But I have this one here. So this is a solid color version of it. But the way the pattern is made, you can use if you make the smaller one, you can use up to 8 colors. If you make the larger one, you can do up to 6 colors. And there's no sewing involved, but there is shaping to it, and I'm obsessed with these. Even though it's made a little bit differently than most other hats, for some reason, I guess maybe because of the different stitches involved, which are very easy, I don't know, they just work up really quickly. So I've made, I don't know how many of these solid color ones, because the skull caps are really popular now. So my hair's up in a bun, I'd show you, but it just sits right above my ears. But again, I'm going to have this size and a larger one. The larger one, you can make it into a slouch hat, or you can just undo this and just have like a regular beanie. But again, these were made to fold up and go above the ear and be a little bit smaller. But there will be 2 sizes, and I'm just trying to get enough variations of how you can change the colors so that when I publish the pattern, you can get a really clear idea of the options, because I just think it's going to be so fun. It looks great in a solid color, obviously, but there's so many color options you can do with it. I really can't wait to see other people make them and like share pictures. That way other people can get inspired to make hats. And these would be great for markets and stuff. And when I sell my patterns, I'm more than happy that people make them for markets to sell. Obviously, if anyone asked, I would love if people would let them know that I designed the pattern. But, you know, make as many as your heart desires and sell as many as you can. But I'm working on one in this yarn. So I'm going to have a solid one to show, a variegated one, and then I'm going to do a couple showing the color changing, which is also very easy. And this yarn, I don't know the color name or anything, but it came from Joann's as well. So there's that. That'll be coming soon. And let's see, this hat that I just made, the ruffle hats are really popular right now. This is not exactly one of those, but then I just started seeing hats that have the granny stitch, granny square I should say. So I made this. Now I want to put cherries on each square. There's 5 of them in total, and then the ruffle like this. I really love how it turned out. It's soft, it's comfy. This is a Line brand ombre yarn. Don't quote me on exactly which one it is, I just don't have the ball near me. But I feel like if you used any other worsted weight yarn, this would probably come out truer and better fit. But this yarn to me works out more like a number 5 or a bulky weight. It's definitely a thick worsted weight yarn. So the hat came out a little bigger. That also being said, I did one less row and it still came out quite a bit larger, but still fits. I don't have that much hair, so I feel like someone that had a lot of hair, it would fit them great. So there's that. Let's see. I can't make a long enough video to show everything I've been working on because it's been an extremely long time, but I'll show you just a couple more things. So for sewing, I made some aprons, some half aprons, and I'm obsessed with these. Every time I find a fabric I like, I immediately want to make an apron with it. The only thing I've added to it from most traditional aprons is a pocket here. Most of us these days have a phone on us, and or I felt like it'd be nice to put the recipe in here that you're working on, or you can put a chef's towel, literally whatever you want in there. But I just thought it'd be nice to have the option of a little pocket. If you're, a server, waitress, and or working markets, it'd be nice to put literally anything in there. But it has a lot of uses for a lot of different things. It's big enough pocket to fit most cell phones, if not all cell phones. It's a pretty decent size, but I love this fabric. So I've made a few of these. I have fabric cut out to make more. I just finished this one tonight, and I love this. Same pattern, or same cut, I should say. Added the pocket. This has chickens on it. And this is called a honeycomb fabric of some sort. That's literally the name of it. But to me it looked like chicken wire. So, since it's a chicken apron. If I can get more of this fabric, I'm not sure. But if I can, I thought I could make an egg collector apron, which would be nice. I just finished this tonight, so I've been making a lot of these, like what I call half and half bags. So it's like this side and this side, and the inside is the same, so they're technically reversible. Because I realized when I was buying the fabric, I was like, well, sometimes the lining is just as interesting as the outer fabric. And usually you get them to coordinate each other, not always, but so I was like, why don't I just make half and half bags? You can do them on either side, and then you could wear it either this way or that way, whatever you want to do. I make my straps a little longer than usual for most totes because it's got to be able to go over my shoulder and not fall off and not be a pain in the ass to get on my shoulder. Because I just feel like usually when you have a tote, it's your grab and go running around. Handbags are great, but my tote bags I like to fit on my shoulder. And so I just like to also make sure they'll fit everybody. So that's one of the totes. I've sold a few already, but if anyone's interested in one, just let me know. I made this one. I love this fabric. It has all these really pretty succulents, and then this side is a checkered print. My lighting's not the greatest because it's like 4 o'clock in the morning because I'm a night owl, but again, it's the same thing on the inside. So that is those. And I'll quickly show you one more thing because I don't want to be here forever, but I thought those of you that crochet would like to see the chair that I'm sitting on. I got myself this desk chair a while ago because I saw someone on TikTok, I believe it was. They had done the seat and everything, they crocheted a cover for it. So you're not going to be able to see the whole entire chair. But I did crochet the front and the back of it. And then the seat, you're not going to be able to see, like I said, but it's a solid black fabric with a houndstooth embossing, but it's fur. So the seat is fur and looks like houndstooth print, but it's all black. Had to pause for a second because there was a very loud thunder and you might hear it again. But yeah, so, and then the only other thing I did with the legs of the chair is I painted them gold because I'm into gold these days. But I don't know if I'll be able to find the link. I can try, but I got it for $40 on Amazon, and I'm like in between regular and plus size, so I wanted one that would fit me comfortably. And I have a habit of like crossing my legs and putting my foot under my leg, stuff like that. I wanted to be able to move around. I didn't put the arms on it though because the arms were weird. They were shaped like this, like they curved out, meaning they also curved in. So you lost about like 6 inches in the width. It looked really wide if you measure it by the seat, but then with the curve of the arms, I just felt claustrophobic, and so I took the arms off. They weren't really a make it or break it thing to me anyways, but so that's everything that's going on. I will link all my social media below. I've updated pretty much everything. Some of my Etsy patterns I have to upload. I'm also working on publishing them. I have to change over the names for some things, but I'm on Instagram, TikTok, Etsy, Facebook. I have a Facebook page, all the things. So I'll link everything below. I appreciate you for spending some time with me. And yeah, I'm glad to be back, and I will be posting some more videos soon. Bye guys.